Hello, I'm Eric Singer, your host for Switchbacks FC, your definitive source for everything that is the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. And joining me, as always, is head coach Steve Trittschuh. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's focus on the win, and it was a great win.
Yeah, it was. I mean, last week I said it's more fun being here when we win, and this week it is, and especially the way we won. We came out, we had great intensity from the beginning. First 20 minutes, we were winning 1-0, ended up first half 3-0, and just probably played the best half that we've had so far this season. We came out in the second half, came out a little flat. 3-0 is a tough score to come out. I think we let down a little bit, and then they scored early. So, they made it a fight, and then, we had two guys red carded, so we're playing with two men down. But the guy scored a penalty kick. Well, actually, he saved it, and then they got the rebound. But the game ended up 3-2, and it was perfect. But it was a great game for us. These guys showed great character. Mm-hmm. They came out, and through adversity, and then we pulled out the win.
All right, you're on the road in Arizona. Let's go ahead and go to the highlights. So Amanda, go ahead and roll the highlights so we can get a better look at this win, which was pretty neat when you think only 9 men on the field. That's pretty amazing.
Well, the best part of it was the first half, though. The first 45 minutes. Because we preached all week, we need to come out and have a good start to the game, which we did in Austin. And so, we did. Aaron King, he made something out of nothing on the first goal. He just pressured him, and it's good for him to get a goal too, because he's been creating a lot of chances, but he just hasn't been able to score the goal. So for him to get on the scoreboard, it was great. And then, here's Aaron's goal. He just makes it hard, and then he puts the keeper under pressure. Gets it in a goal. So that's a great start for us. And we came out and we didn't let down. And that's what I was happy about in that first half. We scored 2 more goals in the first half. And, like I said, when we just came out a little flat the second half, but all in all, it's a great win for us.
And Luke Vercoloni making another big honor for himself. And, I was thinking about it and looking over some of previous games. Either he's made a goal in every game or nearly every game.
That's pretty close. He's done well, and a few of them have been penalty kicks, but he puts them away. So we have someone that we're confident in to take those penalty kicks. But on the other side of that, he played very well defensively. He's on the team of the week again in the USL this week. So congrats to him for the second time this season. But he's been playing great. But I like the whole team. The whole team had a great effort. Even the guys that came off the bench to add to the game when we're down a man and things are, and we're just all we have to do is defend. And so, but we still created a few chances out of that when we were down a man. And it's a great win. It's a great character builder for the team.
Now, as we're looking at the highlights, any change in the starters from the game before and this week?
Yeah, well, in Austin, like we said last week, we tried a little bit of different tactically, and and we went back to the team that against Real Salt Lake when we were playing well. We went back to that team, and the guys they showed up again. So it's going to be tough to losing 2 of the guys for next week, but I have confidence in the guys. That's why we signed these guys. We have 23 guys that can start on this team, and I'm very comfortable with all of them.
And the one thing that you were saying and preaching throughout every single Switchbacks FC show was intensity, don't give up, and play together. And it seems like your drills, mentally, physically, etc., are all paying off on the field.
Oh, for sure. These guys, they come into every training session and it's intense. For whatever reason, that first 20 minutes in Austin, we just didn't have it. Whether it's the weather, whether it was the field, but they put it behind them. And we came into training last week, wanting to have that good start, and we did, and we just got to keep going from here.
Now, as you're looking at the highlights, explain what's going on over here for the folks who didn't get to go to the game.
Well, that was their goal coming out of the second half. So 5 minutes, into the second half, we didn't get pressure to the ball, and we lost our mark in the box. So they started making a game of it. They have a little bit of momentum, and then we go down. That's Shin's second yellow card, which is very questionable, But we have to deal with these things. That's this league. The referees are also trying to get to that next level, and sometimes you don't have the best ones. But they're learning, and those are things we have to deal with. And that's Josh. Right. That's Josh Phillips' second yellow card, which that's a foul. But like I said, those are the things we have to deal with, and the guys did great. So we're basically defending with 2 groups of 4, and with the keeper there, so 9 guys, and they did well. They kept pressuring us, but we defended well as a team. Like I said, we also had a couple chances to score to go up.
And this week with drills in the rain. How do you focus on that? How do you get the guys ready, especially with a wet field?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, so far the weather, and I keep telling them it could be like this Saturday night, so we've got to train through it, and it's nothing. I mean, the guys have trained well, the intensity's there, and the quality's there too.
And your next opponent at home, of course, is Portland. We're going to be talking about them in just a few moments. We're going to talk to one of your players, instrumental in this win, as all the players are, because it is a team sport. And we're going to be talking with him in just a few moments as your show for everything definitive, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, continues. We'll be right back.
Switchbacks on the attack. Shot right side to goal!
Be a part of the action at Sand Creek Stadium as your Colorado Springs Switchbacks take on teams like the Sounders 2 and the Galaxy 2.
Through ball, an opportunity, a shot to goal on the other end!
The inaugural season continues May 9th against the Portland Timbers 2. Join the excitement. Join the climb at switchbacksfc.com.
Doing what we do for a living, we have to give that extra mile, even when you think you can't. Because not only are we taking care of people, but we're taking care of ourselves. At Centura, it is a culture of health. And as a group, we've brought that to the forefront to demonstrate to patients.
See Juliana's inspiring story at CenturaConnected.org.
Welcome back. I'm Eric Singer, your host for Switchbacks FC, your definitive source for everything that is the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. And joining me for our second segment is Ronnie Argueta. Thank you so much for being here, one of the players with the Switchbacks. You guys had a great game.
We did. Thank you for having me here, Eric. We had a phenomenal game, actually. It was a tough game playing with 9 players.
Right.
Went down 2-man, and Coach Tritt, he obviously knows what he's doing tactically, and pretty much just started substituting defenders into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
now, before we get to the game, let's learn a little bit about you, because I know the fans want to know about every player, because remember, it's the home team. So go ahead and talk a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I played at UC Santa Barbara on the men's club soccer there, under head coach R.J. Wilson. After graduating, I played in the Premier Development League for the Ventura County Fusion for a little bit, and under head coach Rudy Ibarra. Last year, I got picked up by the Switchbacks by Coach Tritt. I believe it was in October, in the Combine, hosted by the Fusion.
All right, so tell me a little bit about, you were playing in Santa Barbara, California, low level. We have high altitude. Tell me how that changes the dynamics physically and mentally.
It was a big change for me. Definitely a big change coming into the higher altitude. Just because I actually drove here, it was a 17-hour drive from California. But yeah, that first day here, I felt a little lightheaded. I actually played a little bit with a couple of the guys that were here, and I just felt winded. But we've been here for about 3 months now, and it's definitely helped me out a lot.
It's probably helped your game out a lot when you go to a lower altitude, because now you're used to playing with less oxygen. Now you're getting more oxygen, so you're getting more power.
That is right. That is correct. During games, especially when, like you say, when we go to lower altitude, I feel great. Even after the games, I'll hop on the treadmill and do an extra run. So I feel great.
Well, that's pretty good. It's good conditioning that you're doing, and also good conditioning that Coach Steve is doing in his squad.
Absolutely.
Let's go to the highlights, Amanda, so we can learn a little bit about this game in Arizona, which of course was that low level that we're talking about,
Right.
lower altitude.
Right.
All right, let's run through this. Go ahead and talk about it.
All right, so here we go. Miguel clears it. This goes up to King. King pressures the ball really well, and the goalkeeper makes a mistake, and King is there to finish. It's pretty much just, like Coach said, made something out of nothing, and by good pressure, pretty much on the defense.
One thing that Coach has been, as we're watching this, Coach has been reinforcing over and over and over again that intensity, don't give up. In the Austin game, first 20 minutes, you guys weren't in sync. You weren't gelled up, and you weren't focused. Here you are.
Yes, you can tell the big difference from the Austin game to this game here versus Arizona. Even the vibe during before the game, you can tell. Like I felt like we were gonna get this win. I definitely felt it. And it's just from the vibe that we give to each other, we give out to each other. But yeah, it's a great win versus Arizona here.
Now, what have you done differently to get that vibe, that gel, that cohesiveness together, in addition to what Coach Steve is teaching you?
I believe it's just the respect we have for each other as teammates. And going back to our pregame, like we have pregame meals like right before, a couple hours before the game, where the coaching staff, Coach Tritt, Coach Waldy, they encourage us and they pretty much tell us what we need to do on the field to get that win.
And speaking of that win, you did have a highlight. It's not on this highlight reel. Describe it to me. We don't see it, but go ahead and describe it.
Yeah, it's not on this. It's not on the highlight, but basically what it came down to, playing with 9 men, with 20 minutes left. You just have to waste as much time as you can, and it was probably around minute 88. We had the ball here, the far corner. It was a throw-in. Luke said, "Yeah, I want Ronnie on the ball," because he knows I'm pretty strong on the ball. So yeah, Jordan passes it into me. I take it down the corner just to waste some time. I take on another man. I dish it out to Luke coming in, top of the 18. He sets it up nicely for Davey Armstrong. Davey takes on a player, and unfortunately, he took a nice shot, but it just went wide.
But you still won the game 3-2.
We still won that game.
And that's all that counts.
That's correct.
Something in the W column. Now, coming up, of course, Portland Timbers. You're going to be here at home. Talk to your fans about that, because I mean, a great home crowd makes a big difference for the players. Go ahead and talk to your fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, rain or shine or snow, you just never know with this Colorado weather. We'll be out there working hard for our fans, and it'd be nice to have as many people as we can there. We could really use that support.
All right. Thank you very much, Ronnie.
Thank you,
It was a pleasure
Eric.
meeting you.
Appreciate you.
And in just a moment, we'll be right back with Coach Steve Trittschuh to talk a little bit more about his strategy for Portland. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
At Kaiser Permanente, everything you need is under one roof. Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Okay, a little easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente, because together we thrive.
Welcome back to Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, your source for everything that is the Switchbacks. And joining me right now is Coach Steve Trittschuh to focus on your next opponent, Portland, here in Colorado Springs. We have some highlights. Go ahead and roll the highlights, Amanda.
Yeah, this was from their game on Sunday. They played Orange County and actually lost 2-0. So, they're beatable. This game, actually, they used 6 of their first-team players from the MLS team, Portland. So I don't expect them to bring 6 players here, but that's like with all these MLS teams. We really have no idea until they get here who's going to be coming. So we've got to prepare for a couple different ones. I'll look at some games that they have played in the past too, but. They're a very athletic team. Their top 3 attacking players are very fast, very strong, and they look for them a lot. So, we've got to be on our toes defensively. But I'm confident in our game. I think we've been playing well as a team, and I don't want anything to change on that. So we're gonna prepare for them, but we're also gonna try and get better on our game.
As you're talking about the preparation for this game and looking at these highlights, are they more an offensive team, or do they hold back a little bit and play more defense?
No, they're a more offensive team. So they like to attack, which Orange County on Sunday, they found some holes open. So we've been doing very well on the counterattack, and that's a big part of our game. So it's going to be a good game. I mean, I expect us to come out with that high intensity again and really put it to them. These guys are playing with a lot of confidence, and I'm looking forward to seeing them play. They're above us in the standings right now, and if we can get a victory here, we'll go above them. And we just want to keep going, getting better week by week.
And speaking of getting better week by week, key players you're going to be focusing in on as we're watching this.
Yeah, they have, the 3 up top. The one kid's named Belmar. There's a Winchester, and the left-sided player, I can't think of his name right now, but those three are the three main attacking players. And like I said, we have to be on our toes. Our back four have to be ready for them with their speed, their strength. And we've come across these players already in the league so far, so I think they're ready for them, and we'll see how it goes.
And now this week you've been training, you've been drilling. I mean, how do you, from a great game that you had this past weekend to now getting ready for this, how do you make sure that the guys are still up emotionally and physically ready for this game?
Well, we've been working hard. I mean, the guys, like I said, they come to training every day, and this week has been intense already, and they want to keep getting better, and that's how these guys are. They come to training looking how can we get better from the week before. We'll be missing two guys, but like I said before, I have confidence in the guys that will step in, because I got everybody on this team that knowing that they can start and be a big asset for the team, and so I have confidence in every player this week.
And we just had Ronnie just a few moments ago talk to the fans specifically about the importance of attending the home game, which it is important to be at the home game. That really psychs you up. It really gets you motivated, gets you, really, I guess, honed in on that home squad.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to talk to the fans right now, I know they'd appreciate it.
Yeah, well, like Ronnie said, come rain, snow, whatever kind of weather we get, but 7 o'clock at Sand Creek Stadium, Portland Timbers 2. It's one of the MLS teams, so come out. There could be some future MLS team players on that team, and I know there's going to be some on our team. So it's an exciting team. So we've been playing well so far. So come out 7 o'clock, Sand Creek Stadium Saturday.
That's right. May 9th is going to be a great night, and hopefully another W in the column.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Steve. And that was Coach Steve Trittschuh with the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Remember, May 9th against Portland at home here at Sand Creek Stadium here in Colorado Springs. And good luck to you, and hopefully the next week we'll be talking about another W. With Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, I'm your host, Eric Singer, and we'll see you next week.